welcome to my channel. So today's video, I'm going to be flying on Qatar Airways business class QSuite with Boeing 777, and I thought I'd do a bit of a YouTube video and my first impressions of kind of flying with them and let you know what I think of the QSuite. So I have flown with Qatar Airways before, but in economy. So this is my first time in business class and on a QSuite. So I thought it'd be quite handy to film, and let me know in the comments below if you guys have actually been on a QSuite before here. So first impressions, customer service was amazing, the crew were amazing, and the space, I mean, I'm kind of 5'2", 5'3", so I've usually got loads of space on economy anyway, but what I'll do is I'll kind of flip the phone around and I'll show you all the kind of features that I've got so far. A lot of this is quite new to me, so I'm just kind of figuring it all out, but I thought it'd be kind of fun. So I'm sitting in 1A and I have got 3 windows, which I don't know if that's lucky or standard or not, but it's given me quite a lot of light, so I've actually just put some of the blinds down. And yeah, this is the Boeing 777, so we'll see what it's like, and at the end of the video I'll let you know what I thought of the flight. I'm going to be going from Auckland to Doha, and this is about 16-17 hours flight, so I've got various meals and lots of movies to watch, but I thought it'd be fun. And I'll flip the phone around and I'll just show you some of the features that I've checked out so far. So first off, when you actually sit down in your seat, they actually give you a very cute little date, which is quite apt for Qatar Airways. So some of the items that you get as standard in the QSuite business class. Now this is the diptyque, this is the female diptyque kind of bag that you get. Quite like actually, nice little zip, and inside you've got the usual socks. I think you've got a diptyque creams, there's a hand cream and face cream, and also just looks to be a little spray, which would be nice, there's a bit of a spritz. Never actually had any diptyque perfume before, so this will be quite nice, and that's a nice little size. Oh, it's all sealed actually, so that's quite handy. So that's a nice little spritz if I need to on the plane. And then I will check out the gentleman's one. So this is black, and it also has diptyque on the side with a little handle. I think it's kind of pleather, and this looks to have exactly the same thing. So you've got the usual socks, you've got like a little perfume, cologne, and then you've also got just a couple of creams which are like nicely kind of bagged up, which is quite good. So we'll keep hold of those for later, I think. And then when you also board, they kind of show you around if you're not familiar with the QSuite, and they've also got a menu. So I've actually pre-ordered some items already on the menu. I'll flip the screen on and show you what I've ordered. So this is the business class menu. Now actually, before the flight, a few days ago, when I checked in online, I ordered some advanced meals, just because some of the options you couldn't kind of necessarily order on the day, and me being a little bit particular, I ended up ordering a couple of selections. So this is the a la carte all day dining, and you've got starters, main course, cheese, sweet treats and bakery items. And because of the nature of the flight, it's kind of 16-17 hour flight. You've also got a light meal, breakfast, and then some more bakery and kind of snacks, which is good. Now I've actually ordered in advance the grilled beef tenderloin with thyme jus, and then the dauphinoise potatoes and sugar snap peas. So that's great, so I've definitely got that coming. And they also ask you when you'd like it, and I've stipulated to have it quite early on in the flight, so then I can kind of free to do what I want after that. And I've also ordered the cream of cauliflower soup, so I thought I'd give that a try. I was quite tempted with the crayfish and prawns, but yeah, I thought I'd go with the soup. And then you've got the cheeses, and then of course, if you guys know me on the channel, you know I'm kind of a sweet tooth, so I've actually ordered the chocolate fondant with the creme anglaise, strawberry and chocolate swirl, which is very me. And I've also ordered some of the bread as well. And I have also ordered the light snack, which is the mini beef and chicken sliders, which I'll have later. And then I think I'm going to just have a bit of a thought on the breakfast. I'm not quite sure whether I want the caramelised banana bread or maybe the sourdough and smoked salmon, so we'll see. But that's it for the menu. And then you would normally have like a wine menu, but they've took that away just because I don't drink. But for the beverages, for me, you've got the non-alcoholic bubbly and mocktails. So there's a pineapple margarita, you've got pineapple punch, apple cooler, and a spiced tomato juice. Various other cold beverages. There's obviously a hot chocolate, coffees, teas. So this is really kind of my section really for the flight. But you can have, I think, pretty much a massive choice of wine and champagne. But as I don't drink, there was kind of no point kind of having the lady coming offering me it all the time. But I have actually ordered the pineapple margarita, and that has just arrived and looks lovely. Look how refreshing that is. That's going to be nice. And when you first board as well, you get their, I think, kind of standard lime and mint drink, which was really refreshing. So I did really like that. And you also get like a little diptyque hand towel just there. So I use that shortly. And then from what I can tell with the QSuite, so I'm in seat 1A, and this is basically the seat here, you can see. And then you've also got like a light, which you can kind of switch on and off, and then something to kind of hang things with. So you can kind of move it, so if you wanted to read. And then just down here, I've been checking out all the little kind of buttons. Now you've got the standard points that you want to do to charge, which is quite handy. And then these are all to do with the seat. I think this one is the kind of massage seat. So I'm going to try that out later. And I like this space here. It's got various bits you can kind of put in. I've been charging my devices. I've got my book and then a few other bits. And then this is where you can control the TV if you would like. In addition to that, you've also got the main screen as well. And this is huge. Like, look how big the screen is. It's nearly 5 of my hands along. It's massive. And then you've obviously got a nice little area here to have the drinks, which actually is a really decent size. I mean, just kind of the size of my hand even. Very spacious. And then I've just got my headphones. So this is the tray, which pulls out, I think. Does it pull out? You can tell I've not been on here before. Oh, there we are. So a little kind of lever underneath. So it comes out all the way, and then it just flips over. I mean, I can't even get it into shot, but it is huge. Look at the size of the table. It's massive, and actually really handy how they've done that. And then it just goes all the way back. Okay, now that must be right. So I've put that back in, and then my feet here, so there's loads of space. I mean, I'm only like 5'2", so I've got plenty of room. And then you also get selected a white company pyjama set, and I think it comes with slippers. So we'll open that up and get all cozy. And then you also get some nice cushions. So you've got this really quite plush cushion pillow, and then in addition, which I haven't actually opened yet, but you get this very large, quite plush blanket, which I think I might use later. So I've just kept that down at the bottom. So then you've also got another kind of a bit more cheeky kind of pillow. I don't know whether I'd use this one. The other one looks quite nice, but it's always nice to have an extra pillow. And then the seat, now I don't know if you can kind of see, but me sitting here, which, you know, I colour coordinate, that was an accident, but seat wise there's loads of space, which is really good. And then you've also got this section here, which the lady was showing me, so you can kind of like rest your arm here. It moves up and down, so you can kind of have it really high as like an arm rest, which I think would be quite convenient. And then also when you flick up, you've also got like a drink of water, which is really nice of them just here. Shame it's plastic, but it's nice to have the water. And then that's just my water as well, but it's a decent size. You can kind of get quite a lot in there. I'm liking that, and I like the fact that you can kind of rest your arm on it, so it's a bit of extra space. But yeah, I'm liking how it's laid out. I mean, I am in 1A, so basically it's rear facing, not forward facing, so it is quite strange when they took off and I'm kind of going backwards, which I've never experienced before, so that was really weird. So far, I think it's pretty good. I've got lots of space. I do feel really quite private, because the way they've kind of got this is quite high, and you do feel quite secluded, private, just relaxed. People aren't staring at you. And it's actually, I think it's quite a busy flight. I think most of the business class seats are actually full, but I will check out the facilities later, what the bathroom's like, maybe get changed and see what we think. Yeah, it's my first time business class with Qatar, hopefully not my last, and so far it's been really nice. The staff have been really helpful actually. So the ladies have just come and kind of put the really quite soft tablecloth. This is my amuse-bouche, and today I think it's smoked salmon and like a tartar sauce, and then some very nice warm naughty glutinous bread. I think there's like a rye bread and a couple of other options that you could have, so that's going to be nice. And then also you get a selection of like olive oils and balsamics. You can get like a chili one, a fruity one. I was kind of boring and just ended up getting like the balsamic and just standard olive oil, but very cute. Very, very cute. A little bit of butter. And I love just the little features here of the little light, little fake, obviously a fake light, of light. It's a nice little added touch. Nice little glass. Plenty of space. Really liking the space. And I did really like the pineapple margarita. They did ask if I wanted another one, but I'll wait and maybe just get some water. So I'm going to get stuck in and have my bread and go from there. So it looks yummy so far. This is the amuse-bouche, and it's like a smoked salmon and tartar sauce. So we'll give this a try. It's kind of a bit like having an afternoon tea. Oh, that's really, really chilled. Bit of salmon roe as well. It's yummy. Really good bit of smoked salmon. So that's kind of my starter, well, amuse-bouche. Now, I wouldn't normally have glutinous bread, but this seriously smells amazing and it's lovely and warm. So I'm going to go with this one. I think this one is like a rye bread as well. And then you've got a little mini one as well. I'll go with this one. Yummy. Right, what shall I have? I think I might do one of the virgin olive oil and balsamic vinegar. Let's put that in the bowl. I really like the bottles, they're really cute. I might even take this with me actually if I don't finish it all. Kind of handy size. And I really love the little salt and pepper little grinders. Really heavy metal ones as well. Let's give this a try. That's good bread. I might regret having glutinous bread, but we'll see how we go. I normally have like gluten-free. I've made a bit of a mess. I don't suppose I could get another rye roll, could I? Another rye bread roll. So now I've got the creamy cauliflower soup, which is actually quite a good size. It's quite large. I'm just going to get me another bread roll. Going to get the rye bread roll. That's 4 bread rolls, just to clarify, before I've even had my main meal. And it's burning hot creamy cauliflower soup, really, really hot. So let's have one little bit. Ooh, that is nice. Yummy. Really good, like creamy consistency. It's got a bit of a kick to it. I think they've put like a chili sauce on top, which actually goes really well with the cauliflower soup. Ooh, yummy. Just waiting on my bread roll. Going to regret this later on with all the gluten, and I guess this isn't the usual kind of business class QSuite review YouTube video. I'm currently just stuffing my face. That's kind of what I do on my channel. Which I think it's more like a smoked paprika sauce, not a chili sauce, but it does work really well with the cauliflower. But there is quite a lot of it. Look how big it is. If you can kind of see that, it's quite a decent size soup. Right, so next up is the main course, which is my grilled beef tenderloin with thyme jus and Dauphinoise potatoes. And actually, I didn't finish the soup. This has come out, and yeah, I probably shouldn't have had all that bread. And this plate is literally hotter than the sun. It is crazy, crazy hot. So that's lovely. And just look how succulent that tenderloin looks, and the Dauphinoise. Oh, you can also get other condiments. So you can get Tabasco, I think mayonnaise, tomato ketchup. How cute is that tomato ketchup? Probably won't use it. I just thought it was really cute. And then this is the thyme jus. Looks good. Again, that's lovely and warm. So we'll see how much of this I can manage. But it does look really lovely. Okay, so it's a little bit firm. Let's see what it's like inside. Oh, I wouldn't say it's medium rare. It's pretty overdone, if you can kind of see that. Yeah, I would say the tenderloin is kind of well done, but it tastes nice. Let's put some of this thyme jus over it. The sauce is lovely, really strong thyme flavour, nice consistency. So this is the next course, which is the chocolate fondant with creme anglaise and strawberries, and it looks lovely. Even just kind of like the plates and the cutlery, it really does make a difference. So very keen to have this, very much right up my street. So that is very much a fondant chocolate pudding. Yummy. Now I'm going to get stuck in. It's looking good. So yeah, this is the bathroom for business class. A little bit wider, feels a little bit bigger than the one in economy, and looks really nice. So you've got a mirror, you've got some diptyque products, which I've been making the most of, and it just feels a little bit spacious. And maybe it's because it's got all the mirrors as well, which is really well lit, and then this lovely mirror. So yeah, I think it's really nice and clean, kind of good size actually, kind of easily move around, and yeah, it just seems a lot lighter. So, but I am loving the diptyque items here, so definitely check those out. Looks like there's also some toothbrush and toothpaste. It's really handy. A razor, shaving foam. See this one. Napkins. So it's pretty much similar setup to the economy, but just looks a little bit bigger and just slightly nicer products. I think I might get changed into my pyjamas, see if they fit, because I can get all kind of cozy and stuff. And I also asked for like the turn down service as well, so we'll see what that's like, because I've got no idea how to put the seat together into a bed. So they're going to do it for me, which is great. Now this you definitely don't get in economy. As soon as I lifted the seat, I was like, oh, okay, interesting. But I guess they do that for maybe every person that comes to the toilet, I'm imagining. But that's another little added comfortable perk, but slightly random. Now I've just used the bathroom, and I even think the toilet paper is slightly different and a bit more kind of feels like plush. And I also just washed my hands with this other diptyque product, and it smells amazing. That is going to go on my list, I think, to try, but really lovely. So far, I think the bathroom's looking good. Definitely more spacious, obviously more products as well, which I think all adds to what you're paying for, really. Let's get changed into the pyjamas. Oh, okay guys, so now I am changed into my pyjamas. I did get the large size, and they were ginormous, both in the trouser part and in the top. So the staff here were really lovely, and they gave me a medium, and actually it's still a little bit long in the leg because I'm kind of a short arse, but it fits a bit better around the top, and I don't want anything too tight because I'll get really hot and flustered. But it's really, really soft, kind of cozy, and you get to keep them. And I went to give the large ones back because obviously I tried them on, and they're like, no, keep both. So now I've got a large pair of pyjamas. Let me know if anybody wants them, but they didn't fit me. But really nice and cozy, nice bit of branding, and yeah, I've got my slippers on as well, so it's just quite nice, a little added touch. I've just put a load of my bags in the top as well, so they've freed up a bit of space for me to put some stuff in the overhead compartment, which is great. So I can now stretch my legs out. I can just about reach with my tippy toes the end of sitting up, but I'll show you actually. This is me, 5'2", lots of space. It's not too bad, nice and spacious. And then yeah, so these are the very sexy pyjamas and my even sexier socks. So this is the business class QSuite pyjamas in Qatar. So yeah, we'll see how we kind of sleep with them as well later. But I just wanted to get changed now and just kind of get out of my clothes and just get a bit more cozy and get a bit more space as well. It's actually, I've just looked around some of the other QSuites, and there's about 4 or 5 available, and one of the quad compartment in QSuite, you can have quads in the centre. So if you're a family, you can open up all the divides and you can like hang out together. And one of the quads is just been divided into 2 because there's a couple that's using half of it and the other half is just empty. But I'm in 1A and it's like a rear facing seat by the window, but I have got 3 windows, which I think is pretty good compared to some of the other seats. Right, so I thought this would be fun. I kind of want a bit of a snack. I've just been watching a movie and just started doing a drama series. So I'm about the 2nd episode in, and yeah, I just wanted something to nibble on. And in the menu, it does say that they have a selection of crisps, popcorn, chocolates and biscuits at any time throughout the journey. So I thought it'd be fun to put the call button on and see how long it actually takes for them to arrive, whether it's really quick or not. So it's actually kind of half full, I think, the business class QSuites, and there's a few member of staff, so it'd be interesting to see how long it takes. And I do quite fancy some snacks. It'd be nice to see a selection of what they've got. So what I'll do is I am going to put a bit of a stopwatch on and see how long it actually takes. I will do the button now, so I'm going to do the stopwatch and let's see how long it takes. See? Hi, I wonder if you can help. On the selection, it's got a mixture of snacks. I fancied something to nibble on. Is it possible to give me a selection just to see what you've got?
Okay, I'll just try and get it from.
Yeah, is that okay? Thank you. So that literally took hardly any time, a matter of seconds, not even 30 seconds. So that's pretty good. And he's going to give me a selection of snacks, so we'll see what they've got and go from there. But yeah, crisps, popcorn, biscuits, chocolate, so we'll see. But yeah, I'm not starving. I mean, I shouldn't be starving. I've already had like a load of food, but I fancy some kind of picky bits just to nibble on while I'm watching the rest of this episode. So we'll see. He seemed really nice coming over to help. Let's see how long it takes for him to bring the snacks as well, whether that's quick. And I also got another one of their pineapple margaritas. Oh my God, I'm loving it. I think this is going to be my drink of the flight. Never had an alcoholic margarita. Oh, brilliant. So,
This is what we have for now.
Oh, cool. Okay.
This is the beetroot chips and the protein pops.
Could I just take the chips and the popcorn?
You can take a few.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. Thanks for that. That was really nice. He brought out a selection of chocolate bars, some crisps, and there's some beetroot chips. And I've not seen this before. Himalayan salt and truffle popcorn. So I'll give that a try. I normally like sweet popcorn, but I do love truffle, and it's truffle season in New Zealand at the moment. So I'll try those. But he said I could pick whatever I wanted. So yeah, beetroot chips, lightly salted. We'll go with first. So that's nice and really prompt. I think the whole thing took like less than a minute from ringing the bell to him coming to ask what I want and then coming and bring what I wanted. So that's got to be a win, I say. Pretty good service. Right, so I'm going to have my popcorn and my beetroot chips, and I'm going to settle down for my next episode of my drama that I'm watching. So that'll be nice as a nice little break. Okay, so I'm going to have my light meal that I've ordered. It's pitch black because it's actually 4 a.m. The things I do for YouTube. Don't know how other YouTubers look all fresh, lovely. Their food looks amazing. That is not me, clearly. It's early in the morning, I'm starving, and I asked them if I could ring this out. I was meant to have it earlier, but I was sleeping. I'm also going to have my breakfast shortly after, so I probably won't need to eat much in the Doha lounge. A bit kind of groggy, eyes are puffy and everything, but I did sleep really nicely. If I can, because it is pitch black, the layout bed, you've got like a thick blanket, like a mattress kind of topper, super comfortable. I had loads of space, so I did sleep for about 4 or 5 hours, I think, and put my eye mask on, which I bought, my Elizabeth Scarlett eye mask, brilliant, take it everywhere. So I have had a nice little sleep. Yeah, I've kind of woken up starving. So this is the light meal, and I ordered the mini beef and chicken sliders with Gruyere cheese and rocket salad. Now, it's a little bit dark, so this is the little mini sliders. I've also ordered, as part of what would now be my breakfast, is some kind of pastries with strawberry jam, and as part of the breakfast I've ordered the beetroot juice and also another one of the pineapple margaritas. I think this is my 5th. Thank God they're virgin ones, because otherwise I'll be able to walk after having 5 margaritas. But hopefully you can see that just about, and they look really cute, really nice and warm, and also the pastries came out really lovely and warm as well. So I've got my eye on that pan au chocolate, so that's nice. And again, just the added touch of the little lights, which is quite sweet. And again, just, you know, immaculate soft tablecloth is lovely. Yeah, this is my light meal at about 4 a.m. Kiwi time. Okay, so next up is the bakery goods. So I've got a little pan au chocolate, or quite a large one actually. So just a little bread roll, and then a little mini, oh, not so mini, croissant, quite large. And then you could choose different kind of, I think it was marmalade, honey, or jam. And then you've got butter. So I'm gonna have some of those. But the burgers were really nice, both the chicken and the beef. And I really love the brioche buns, actually. Lovely, warm, kind of juicy brioche buns. Quite surprised at actually how hungry I am at 4 a.m. Kiwi time, but not complaining. The food's really nice. I think I'm just going to have the pan au chocolate, and I might take this as a doggy bag to maybe munch on later. So yeah, we'll just have that, I think. Just having the next part of my breakfast breakfast meal. Now this is the fresh fruit, seasonal fresh fruit, I think it says. And the beetroot juice was lovely, really refreshing. So I really liked that, kind of changed it up from orange juice. And the fruit, I'll have a little bit of the fruit. Some of it I'm not able to eat, but I'll have some of it. And then I think after that, I selected the caramelised banana bread with maple syrup, mascarpone cream, walnuts and strawberries, which sounds right up my sweet. But I'm going to have this now, and I'm kind of waking up a little bit, still feeling a little bit tired and groggy. Yeah, this is my first time reviewing QSuite, and unlike other YouTubers who do it seamlessly and bright, airy, fresh-faced, this is not me. I am definitely not fresh-faced, still half asleep really, but this is in real time and this is how it is. So I can say it how it is, and I'm eating the food at random times in the middle of the night and early in the morning to try it out. But so far it's been really good, and the staff have been really lovely and attentive. Like when I messaged and went, hey, it's 4 a.m, could I have a load of food? As long as you give them, I think, half an hour's notice, which I think is their kind of limit, and obviously it's not before like landing. They're really good at accommodating it, and they've brought it out amazingly, and even just pressing on the buzzer to get help throughout the night, they've been really good, really responsive within a matter of seconds. So that's been really good. But now I'm going to have the fruit and get stuck in. So we've got kiwi fruit, pineapple, watermelon, melon and strawberry, and it's a selection. I'll probably have a little bit. I can't actually have kiwi fruit because I'm allergic to kiwi fruit, and I'm not a huge fan of watermelon, but I really like the choice. And again, lovely, gorgeous cutlery, plateware. It's really nice, and this is then just for my bakery items as well. And I still really love like the salt and pepper that they bring out, which is quite cute. So we'll have this as the next thing, and then I ordered another pineapple margarita, so loving that as a drink option. And yeah, it looks lovely, it looks really fresh. So this is the last part of the breakfast, and it's the caramelised banana bread with maple syrup, mascarpone cream, walnuts and strawberries. It looks lovely. It's actually quite a decent size. The lady did say it was quite small, so I'm gonna give it a go. Looks really tasty, and it's gonna give me quite a good sweet kick, which should kind of wake me up before we land. I think we've got a couple of hours left on the flight. Just look at that, it just looks delicious. And just the added ambience of the little light and my very nice pineapple margarita. Just having my caramelised banana bread. And actually when they set up the table and the napkin and cutlery and everything, they did ask if I wanted my seat put back into position, but actually you can still also have your food with the bed still laying flat. If you wanted to kind of then have a nap afterwards, you don't have to kind of reset it all again. So I quite like that, and I may also do that as well, but it is quite nice because then I can have my snacks, food, and then go back to having the mattress topper and my blanket and everything, and have a bit of a nap if I want. So that's great as an option, and I'll try and film some stuff on the bed. It's really lovely. They've got this really lush kind of burgundy plush blanket. I found that a little bit too hot actually with the pyjamas on as well, so I actually slept on top of that and on top of the mattress topper. I was more than warm and toasty, but I imagine if you do get quite cold on flights, that extra blanket that you can kind of put over yourself is really nice. So lots of room. I was able to move around on my side, on my front. I actually sleep on my front usually, and I was still able to do that. Also the kind of armrest on the side goes down as well, so I lowered that, which helped kind of spread out my arms. That's really useful as well. Yeah, I'm going to have my banana bread, and that's going to be the last, I think, meal for the flight before we land. So the really lovely cabin crew, because they know I don't drink alcohol, and they have I think it's a pink sparkling alcohol-free bubbly, and they said would I like a glass, so I just thought I'd give it a try and see what I think. I guess everyone else on the flight has, you know, champagne and alcohol throughout the flight, and I've just had like fresh juices, so it's really nice for them to offer me the alcohol-free pink bubbles. And I think it's called So Jenny. I'm not sure of that brand, but if I've got any information I'll put it in the description bar below. But yeah, I can just pretend it's got alcohol in and watch my movie.
I hope you guys enjoyed my Qatar Airways Business Class QSuite review. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.